For all those in London that don't know what happens to the white man when he comes to the P. Diddy party, this is what happens to the white man.
So unfortunate.
You gotta pull back so they can see. That's a crazy move. Matt, move out the way. You're still alive. Look at that. Look. Look at the drink on his head. And that's James Simeon Mogul Disco. He is the actual DJ that I'm supposed to pass out. But when they come to one of my parties, this is what happens. I put him to sleep. You put the drink on his head.
Child, a lot of videos of people being knocked out at a Diddy party are making the rounds, and it's not looking good, especially after what we've heard happened to the people who were drunk. And you know who escaped having something bad happen to her courtesy of Diddy, Kidada Jones.
Puppy here about to drink off that bottle. You wasn't trying to stop her. You was going to let her drink off the bottle. You're not even stopping. That's not hypocrisy. He was really about to let her drink off that bottle. That's wrong. You know what I mean? I guess he was. We was all guilty at that time, bro. No lie. We was all guilty at that. And Wolf was the only one that, like, I think we were a person. I didn't know who she was. And that don't excuse for not saying nothing.
Y'all, before we even get into what Diddy did to Kidada, a quick update on his case is that at the moment Diddy has got more to worry about than just Kidada talking about him, because the Texas-based attorney Tony Busby said he's representing more than 100 accusers in a series of new lawsuits he'll filed against Diddy. In a statement, the attorney said, "We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter no matter who. The evidence implicates many powerful people, many dirty secrets. It's a long list already, but because of the nature of this case, we are going to make sure, damn sure we are right before we do that. These names will shock you." The lawyer also said that more than 3,000 individuals have come forward to his office with accusations against Diddy, and that he plans to begin filing lawsuits in various states within the next 30 days. And he added that they will name the other defendants at a later date. Among this new group of accusers, Busby said 62% identify as African Amur, and they hail from more than 25 states, with the majority from New York, California, Georgia, and Florida. He also said that 25 of the accusers were not of age at the time of the alleged incident, some as early as 1991. The lawyer further claimed that one of the accusers was as young as 9 years old at the time of their alleged incident. 9 years old, y'all, freaking 9 years old, a damn near baby. The lawyer also said that most of the plaintiffs alleged they were assayed after parties hosted by Diddy that were held at well-known venues, as well as private residents and hotels. And he said the parties were either to mark an album release or were New Year's Eve parties and Independence Day parties, while others occurred at what he said were auditions. He actually gives a few examples of the cases, including one of a man who alleged he was told by Diddy he would be made a star, but he first needed to visit him alone without his parents. Then once they were in a private area, Diddy asked him to go down on him. Dan, in addition, he also raised the case of a then 15-year-old girl who alleges she was flown to New York for a party hosted by Diddy and was subsequently assayed by him and others. The lawyer also claimed there was a clear modus operandi, with people typically being offered laced drinks before things were done to them. I mean, at this point, nothing really shocks me about Diddy, but 120 new cases. His trial is probably about to be the biggest one in history. It just keeps getting worse every single day, doesn't it, baby? I don't know if Kidada is officially going to say anything, but unsurprisingly, this issue Diddy had with Kidada and literally wanting to violate her had a lot to do with Tupac Shakur. I mean, we've even had Gandeal say in the past that Diddy was actually obsessed with taking Tupac's image, and he did everything he could to be just like him. Gandeal said that Diddy started dressing like Tupac, and he even started sleeping with the women Pac was sleeping with, and he even mentioned how Tupac had Sarah Chapman before Diddy dated her, and allegedly, he was also with Sally Richardson Whitfield before Diddy dated her. In addition, there have also been reports that Diddy wanted Kidada Jones just because she dated Tupac.
But nobody know why Pac and Puff fell out like they did. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody know why. But Puff had an obsession with him for whatever reason it was, because he started wanting to act. He started wanting to rap. He had an obsession so bad that at his Grammy Award winning speech, He used the same speech that Pac.
Speaking of Gene Deal, he is also the one who gave a story of a certain encounter between Kidada and Diddy, saying that Diddy wanted Kidada to drink his urine. At the time, he recalled the events he witnessed during the East Coast-West Coast feuds in the late 90s and detailed the incident between Diddy and Kidada Jones. First, he talked about how at one time he and Diddy ran into Tupac and Suge when they were driving, and this was at a time when Tupac and Biggie's beef was hot and blazing. According to Gene, when they drove to where Tupac and Diddy tried to have a conversation with Poe, but Tupac just ignored him. But it was very clear that there was a ton of tension between them. Something else that Gene said was that Diddy had an opportunity to put an end to the Big and Tupac beef, but he refused. He then said that there was a time when there was an award show, and apparently Diddy did not want to leave because he thought he was going to be producer of the year, but someone else won producer of the year, and because he was angry, Diddy decided to pee in a pitcher.
I don't think it was an incident, it was just a situation. We were at either How I Could Be Down or it was Jack the Rapper, one of them. And they was giving producer of the year. Puff didn't want to leave because he thought he was going to be the producer of the year. And he took one of the pictures, after we had drunk on one, he took one of the pictures, I think it was the picture of ginger ale or whatever like that, and he poured it in the water pitcher or something like that. And then he went up under the table and he urinated in the pitcher.
Based on what Gene said, Kidada Jones went to the table where they were seated, and she took the picture that Diddy had urinated in to pour herself a drink. And Diddy did not stop her at all. In fact, he was willing to watch her drink from it. That is disgusting.
Quincy Jones' daughter, I think it's Kidada Jones or whatever like that, she came to the table. And she was just talking to Puff, everything like that. She was talking to Puff. And then next thing you know, she reached over to grab the pitcher and poured her a glass of ginger pee. You know what I mean? Like that. And she was about to drink it and Wolf stopped her from doing it. She said, "No, you don't want to drink that, you don't want to drink that," stuff like that. And stopped. She said, "Why?" Nobody said nothing, but he had pissed in the damn ginger ale or whatever like that in that same bottle. And she was about to drink it.
The reason why Diddy was not rocking it with Kidada was because she was with Tupac and he allegedly wanted Kidada, and he also wanted Tupac.
Do you think Puffy knew she was dating Tupac? Because that sounds personal, man. It sounds like he was gonna let her drink his urine because he felt the type of way that she was with Tupac.
Yeah, dog, that industry close. You know, I could tell you many of girls that's married to rappers, that been with rappers, with this one and that one, that I used to put in the cab every morning at 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? From Puff House. So they all do the same chicks, man. Your girl Superhead put that in a book. They all do the same chick.
With Criminal Elements is the most extensive probe of Tupac's unreal living and network ever. So federal agents smartly have not doubled up on the work, but have been made aware of what is happening. Also, a collaboration makes gaining access to federal documents easy too. The feds know who Metro investigators have spoken to about the case and are aware of witnesses too. So with Diddy's alleged hatred towards Tupac, it's not really surprising that Diddy was also not fond of Kidada, who was engaged to Tupac in the months leading up to his death. But for him to want to violate her like that girl, that was wild. But what are your thoughts on Diddy basically trying to violate Kidada? And what do you think about Diddy being hit with 120 new cases? Sound off in the comments section below. And thanks for watching my video.